at me.
Hello everyone and welcome to another video, and in today's video I'm going to talk about top 10 most selling games of all time, part 1. Although sales aren't the only metric relevant to how good a game is, it's a decent measurement of how influential certain titles have been over time. In this list, we'll take a look at the cream of the crop. Looking at the top best-selling video games of all time. Some interesting notes before diving in. Almost all of the titles below were included as part of a hardware bundle at some point, with the exception of a small handful of games. Additionally, only 6 of the games below are exclusive to one console, 5 on Wii and 1 on Nintendo DS. All other games are available on multiple platforms. It's also worth noting that many of the sales stats for the following games are a couple of years old at this point and are likely higher today. Number 21. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt sold 30 million copies. Certainly came out of nowhere, didn't it? While its predecessor, The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings, was good. Not many were expecting the follow-up to explode with popularity. It featured an amazingly beautiful open world, interesting characters, and an excellent gameplay loop that made it hard to put down. There are even Witcher 3 mods you can use to enhance gameplay now. The side missions were memorable too, and in some cases, even more engaging than the main quest. That's why it's no surprise it reached over 28 million units sold as of April 2020. It launched across PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and, most recently, the Nintendo Switch, reaching a huge audience in as many places as possible. Number 20. Call of Duty Modern Warfare sold 30 million copies. The Modern Warfare name carries a lot of weight, as evidenced by 2019's hit, simply titled Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It was darker, more realistic, and grittier, serving as the new generation of COD. This game is fascinating because it, in many ways, reinvigorated the series, which had become stale at that point. It brought back fans who had dropped off after numerous entries, harkening back to the likes of COD classics like Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, while still feeling new and fresh. But Modern Warfare went beyond the game itself. It was also the starting point for the mega-popular Call of Duty Warzone, which reached over 100 million players after its first year. Players are still enjoying Modern Warfare in 2022 due to its shared progression system with Warzone. Number 19. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim also sold 30 million copies. Like Diablo Roman 3, it's tough to say how many copies Skyrim has sold, especially with its countless re-releases and remasters. Todd Howard, director of Bethesda Game Studios, reported the game sold more than 30 million copies in a 2016 interview with Rolling Stone. As of 2022, the number is likely much higher. In the same interview, Howard said the average player spends more than 150 hours in the game. Unfortunately, the report came out before the VR releases of Skyrim and the Nintendo Switch port. That's not to mention the Skyrim Alexa version. If you're just getting started, take a look at these Skyrim tips for some useful info. Number 18. Diablo 3 sold 30 million copies as well. Diablo 3 and its Reaper of Souls expansion topped 30 million sales in August 2015, setting sales records after only 3 years. Since then, Blizzard has ported the game to Nintendo Switch, though there aren't any reported figures for sales on that platform. Given the velocity of sales from 2012 to 2015, it's likely that Diablo Roman 3 has sold many more copies. That said, the latest report is that the game has sold more than 30 million copies, though it's hard to say for sure where it stands now. Keep an eye out for Diablo 4 to be released if you like this one. Number 17. New Super Mario Bros. Wii, with 30.32 million copies, beating out Skyrim and Diablo Roman 3 by a few 100,000 units. New Super Mario Bros. Wii is the first single-platform title on our list. It has sold 30.28 million copies from November 11, 2009 to September 30, 2019, according to Nintendo. Out of the Wii's lineup, it's the highest-selling standalone game, followed by Super Smash Bros. Brawl Super Mario Galaxy. New Super Mario Bros. Wii outsold those other titles because it was bundled with a limited edition red Wii console, celebrating Nintendo's 25th anniversary. Number 16. New Super Mario Bros. Sold 30.8 million copies. 2006's New Super Mario Bros. For the Nintendo DS is the best-selling DS game of all time, clocking in with nearly 31 million sales. It's the best-selling by a long shot, too, beating out all three Nintendogs titles and Mario Kart DS, each of which sold around 24 million copies. The first in a series of games that continues to this day. New Super Mario Bros. Returned to the side-scrolling 2D platforming of the original titles. Like the other entries on this list, it was bundled with the Nintendo DS, accounting for a decent portion of the sales. Number 15. Wii Sports Resort. Sold 33.14 million copies. Wii Sports Resort expanded the popular Wii Sports demo disc included with every Wii console. Nintendo updated the Wii controller in 2009, following tracking issues with the original design. The update came in the form of the Wii Motion Plus accessory, which plugs into the nunchuk port on the Wii controller. The high sales volume is a result of Nintendo's clever bundling of games and accessories, which is something we'll see with other entries moving forward. Players who wanted the Wii Motion Plus could buy it bundled with Wii Sports Resort at no extra charge, resulting in very high sales as one of the best Wii games of all time. Number 14. Terraria. With 35 million sales. Following its launch in 2011, the action-adventure sandbox Terraria got tremendous support, leading to millions of copies sold worldwide. In fact, as of March 2021, it surpassed 35 million copies sold, making it one of the best-selling games ever. Many of its sales are attributed to PC, with at least 14 million copies sold on that platform. And with the ability to integrate Terraria mods into the gameplay, it's worth playing on the PC still. Its developer, Relogic, recently released the game's final expansion, titled Journey's End, and now plans to start working on something new. Will it be as successful as Terraria? We'll have to see. Number 13. Mario Kart Wii. 37.3 million copies. Another case of a console-bundled, accessory-bundled game. Mario Kart Wii has reached nearly 40 million sales as of March 2022. The base game came with a specially designed wheel that the Wii controller could fit inside. Likewise, Nintendo sold a black Wii bundle, which included the game, a built-in Wii Motion Plus controller, and a special black wheel. It's tough to say how many copies of Mario Kart Wii were sold on its own. In addition to a normal Wii bundle and the black Wii bundle, Nintendo also bundled the game with an exclusive red Wii Mini. This version, however, didn't include the wheel scene with the base game. Number 12. Animal Crossing New Horizons. Sold 37.62 million copies worldwide. March 2020 was a historic time, marking the unofficial start of the COVID-19 pandemic in many parts of the globe. But at the same time, this marked the launch month for Animal Crossing New Horizons, a game that sends players to a beautiful tropical island to live out their best life. In many ways, the pandemic led to this game's success, as most people were stuck at home with nothing to do. That led to tens of millions of copies sold in a short amount of time, even roping in players who don't typically get into video games. Everyone was playing it while sharing their islands with one another online. To this day, New Horizons has reached over 37 million copies sold, making it the fastest-selling Nintendo Switch game to date. Number 11. Pac-Man. Sold 42.7 million copies all over the world. Pac-Man may very well be the quintessential video game the game even non-gamers know of. What started out as an arcade hit eventually went on to launch on numerous platforms including the Atari 5200 PC, and even modern systems like the PS4. There are many versions of Pac-Man, but the original is the most popular, reaching over 42 million copies sold since its debut in 1980. Not only is this one of the best-selling games ever made, but it has generated over $14 billion over the years. Not bad for a yellow hockey puck with eyes and a mouth. So that's it for today. It was a part 1 of the video. If you want to see the next part, make sure to subscribe this channel and smash that like button. Share this video with your friends and family. Comment down your favorite game from the list, and thanks for watching.